Hi, Aries. Welcome to my channel and welcome to your new moon in Leo read. This is going to take place on the 24th, and we're going to take a look and see what energies want to come out for you here, okay? This is for your sun, moon, rising, as well as your north node. So do keep that in mind. If you're unsure what those placements are, do click the link in the description box below, and that will actually help you there. All right, I hope you kind of tap into that. You'll plug in your data, and then all your information will pop up. Okay, so let's just take a look and see what's going on for you here. Okay, okay. So what is going on within your sign during this time? All right. Now I will tell you, for a lot of you. Um, it is your time to get out there, especially if you're single and you're looking for love. It's definitely your time to get out there, have some fun, have some romance, focus in on your hobbies. It's definitely probably one of the best times of the year to put yourself out there right now and to start meeting new people and have some new sexy potentials here. Okay. For those of you looking, okay. Now, if you're already coupled up, then this is to reignite that spark within you. And this could even put a focus on children, whatever that might look like. But nevertheless, we're going to take a look and see what this new moon energy has in store for you. We're going to take a look at the current circumstances, what can help you, and kind of like the steps that would be important to truly take in this. Okay. So let's just take a look at what your current circumstances are for Aries. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and your North Node. Cross watchers are welcome here as well. Okay. Now keep in mind that the full moon is on the 24th, 25th, based upon where you're at. But nevertheless, it might even last. Again, the reverberations last like 4, 5, 7 days out. Okay. So do note that. Okay. So what do we get? Give me one more. And I'm going to pull 3 more as well. And then this is, we'll start with that. But you've got the Two of Wands, you've got the Ace of Stars, and you've got the Six of Stars. We're going to start with this, and then we'll move on to the other. All right. And what's at the bottom of the deck here? Four of Moons. Okay, guys. Wow. Now, this is the Four of Cups, which usually talks about that you are kind of discontent a little bit at this moment. Now, you might be being a little bit discontent. Maybe you're doing a lot of thinking and contemplating at this time. This is what I'm getting at this moment. Regarding the Two of Swords, so this could be regarding the decision that you have to make. Okay, so you're kind of at a crossroads right now. Okay, so I'm going to put this up here saying that you're at a crossroads and you are thinking about kind of what those next steps look like for you. What that actually looks like. So, and I could set this up a little bit better. Let's just take a look and move that one kind of a little bit out of the way and see what we can put this up. Well, let me move this and put these two up and see if that wants to stay up. Well, we'll just leave those there. Okay, but this is just to keep in mind in terms of your underlying energy. You're thinking about a decision that you have to make because you're at a crossroads. So we'll get more into that, how that plays out. But I do get about making some sort of progress. So your current circumstances right now are all focused on making progress at this time. Now with this new moon, that's that new energies for that, right? So some of you could be in terms of relationships or a situation. Doesn't have to be, but this is about you focusing on making progress in your situation. All right, that's that fire energy of you. Okay, give me anything more that wants to come through. What do we get? Wanting to make progress, but there's some sort of conflict that was within that, okay, that is coming up in between, some sort of conflict going towards your dreams. Now, for every Aries, it could be different. There could be something standing in the way, okay? So it has you really thinking on how can I move forward? What is going to be the best way for me to move forward to go towards my dreams, all right? So I do get that that's coming through. What's the wellness card that's going to be important for you, okay? It wants you, I will tell you guys, it wants you to focus in on your abundance right now, okay? Focus on what you currently have. Again, we've talked, gratitude is going to be very, very key. But focus in on abundance. Have a very positive mindset, and that's really going to help you. There's something about that that's really key. Really focusing in on manifesting what it is that you want. And look at, I get gratitude here. The word gratitude is coming up here, and it's having gratitude for being at this opportunity where you have the opportunity to make a decision. You get the opportunity to change course if you want to, that goes for your dreams. There's lots of shooting stars here. It's like there is an opportunity to have a wish fulfillment, but you feel like you're having conflicts surrounding them. So this is about, conversing more, talking to others, maybe that you're emailing others and kind of getting in connection with others, maybe in terms of helping make this decision or to get into that abundance mindset even better. Is there anything that's going to be real important that you need to surrender as you move forward to this new moon that's going to be very key for you here? What is very, very key that comes out for Aries? All right, what do we get? Surrender your desire to control people. Okay. So for some of you, it could be a relationship or try to control a situation. All right. Because if you're being over controlling, what that can do is sabotage the connection or the situation. So to effectively achieve, your dreams on, what it is that you want and not have conflict stand in the way, it wants you to back off a little bit, regroup, and just give the situation some breathing room. Okay. So give the situation some breathing room. And that's going to be very, very important. Okay. So what is your advice about that? What do we need to get? For some of you, it could be focusing in on a spiritual career. Okay. So this is connecting with the divine. That purple is the crown chakra. It is, even the third eye here. But for some of you, it's about maybe you're trying to make progress in your spiritual career. This is saying back off a little bit. The information is going to be coming. All right. This is a 15 card reducing to a 6. And the 6 is all about birthing something new. So some of you are starting a new career and it's a spiritual career here. Okay. So this is, when you back off a little bit, you're going to get that creativity to put in that, to sprinkle in your individuality that's going to be necessary for this to be very successful. Okay. So that's what's coming through. Okay. So creativity is big, and this is what I'm getting. So if you're kind of feeling blocked a little bit and you're not making progress through your dreams, back off a little bit. Okay. Now the next card that I get in terms of your situation, that's coming through in terms of the cause of the anxiety is the Ace of Stars. Now, the Ace of Stars is the Ace of Pentacles, and that's about manifestation. Maybe that you are feeling that there's a lack of new opportunities or resources, but this is abundance. So, this showing up in your the cause of anxiety is saying that's even more so that you need to double down on your manifestations. You need to double down on why that you are deserving of what it is that you want. Okay, this is about focusing in on the love and communicate love to yourself. And bring in balance to yourself. So nurture yourself more, throw more love onto you. It's going to be really key because you deserve, when you cherish yourself like an empress or an emperor, you embody that energy. And especially with that art and creativity, that's real important for you here. This is basically saying is that really focus in on that manifestation. That's going to be super key for you here. Okay. Note that there are big, happy changes coming my way. All right. So note that in the comments below, guys, there are big, happy changes already coming my way. And you're prepared for it. And I'm looking for my sign. All right. You're looking, just, watch for that sign of the great opportunities, because you can say that there's a lot of bad things coming your way, and that's what's going to come towards you. So there are happy, good, great things coming my way, and I'm looking for a sign. Okay. So keep that in mind. What is it that you need to be aware of that's conflicting? It's about realizing that, this dream is for you and you can have it. All right. You could be healing from a heartbreak or from a toxic situation or an old way of thinking. And this could also be getting rid of any sort of codependency in a situation, or like your fear of that you're going to be alone, the fear of abandonment, the fear of that. You always have spirit. You always have your tribe around you. So this is saying is that you are never alone. Okay. You're definitely never alone. All right. And this is focusing in on, believing in that and knowing that. All right. You've got you have a big connection with the divine. All right. And that's going to be super, super key. So what you need to be reminded of in terms of what is causing anxiety, anytime that you feel that, it wants you to surrender to your intuition. Okay. Tune in to the inner voice and be aware of those gut feelings and the aha moments that are going to help guide you through making this decision. Okay. So listen for those aha moments. Allow that space. Remember what we said, kind of back off a little bit, give it some breathing room, allow some space, and really surrender to your imagination and let that soar, because then creative ideas, are going to come about, and it's going to allow you to pursue a dream or solve a particular situation. And this is what I get coming through. Okay. Now, another thing of who can help you is I get the Six of Stars. This is the Six of Pentacles. This is about generosity, of giving and receiving. So this is about getting material help. Having, again, gratitude is coming in. It still keeps coming through here for the first three cards here. It's like focusing in on gratitude of giving and receiving, charity, helping others, focusing in on that puts you into that energy. So what can help you is, perhaps those that are not only that give and receive, that you have that symbiotic energy. Okay. And really focusing in on trusting, and knowing that what's for you is coming through for you. For some of you, could be applying for a loan. You could be doing something of that sort. What can help you? Anything more that comes through in that instance? What do we get? Yeah, being lighthearted. This is adapting, healing. You're getting more information, finding out things. Okay, is what this is saying. And what else do I get? This is about having boundaries. All right, having boundaries around your energy, effort, and time. The giving and receiving is what's going to help you. And it's playfulness, joy, expansion. Focusing on playfulness, joy, and expansion is going to really, really help you. Okay. And leave it up to the divine timing of the universe in terms of, of something coming through, because it might not come through on ego's timeline, but it's definitely divine timing. Okay. So what can help you is financial discipline also for some of you. There's some sort of rebirth here, and it's an opportunity for financial discipline. So it wants you to pay attention to your finances right now. Okay. Step back, regroup. Is what you're putting out there, are you receiving from different things? Okay. Your subscriptions that you have, are you focusing in on the tools that you use and different things like that? Are you overspending, emotional spending, things like that, as you're kind of watch out for. Okay. So this is matters of the heart. This is financial discipline is really focusing in on that. Like, this is, you have a lot of opportunities. I got to tell you, there's a lot of opportunities before you here. If you wish to build a strong, solid foundation, and lots of opportunities for abundance, because you got the abundance here. And this is saying is that you have to follow up with action to see the results. So setting intentions on having a financially, secure, that you're financially secure, and then taking the steps and putting money aside each week. So saying, I'm putting a little bit of money aside here and a little bit of money aside over there. You're shifting your vibration towards what you desire. Okay. If you've been, again, spending money unnecessarily rather than saving for your dream, then that's not good. Money goes out faster than it comes in. So whatever the case may be, what you're being asked to do is to adopt, an attitude of abundance, and set a financial, budget, and attend to maybe a workshop or reading a book about creating wealth. Okay. The universe is abundant, and you need to focus in on, like, I am financially stable and secure, and put those actions into play that reflect that. Okay. Now, the steps that you can take in order to make this happen, steps to overcome a situation. I get letting go of the past toxic behaviors, devil energy. All right. Chariot energy, Cancer energy, moving forward on faith. Okay. And I get the Ace of Wands. Now, what's interesting is that the Ace of Wands is about delay. This is about hesitancy, lack of action, lack of energy, lack of creativity. So the steps that you can take are to let go of the what is as a toxic past, or anything. That could be even laziness. It could be a way of thinking, Capricorn energy, that is holding you back from receiving. This is about taking outside action and moving forward. So it wants you to let go of the past and do something different. There's a rebirth here. What does you need to know about the Ace of Wands, about the lack of passion, blocks, and hesitancy? All right, what do we need to know? Love. Again, remember I said pour more love onto you. Communicate love. This is focusing in on more love is what's coming through. So focus in on love, all right, is going to be key to because you're birthing something new. That's a 6 card, all right. Focusing on love and surrender to non-action. Okay, so you can't force something to happen. That there's things that are going to happen in divine timing. It's saying do what you can and then surrender the rest to divine. Okay, do what you can. All right, love yourself. Your time. I got to tell you, more than anything right now, you're being asked to. Yes, you need to take action. All right, but it's more, I will say, and that's about 25% of it. I will say the other 75% of it is to pour love onto you, listen to your intuition, get things set financially, and let some information come through as you think, and let the ideas come through as you step back and breathe, and focus on the power that you have to yield. Right, that this way what's going to happen is others are going to come to you. Okay, so it is about this. It can be a lot more effortless than you actually think it is, and that's what this is talking about. Is that this opportunity is an opportunity for you to not have to always just force something. Do what you can, and then also leave time from overthinking and doing, and have some fun and play, have some recreation, rejuvenation. This is what's missing. And if you're doing it, great. This is confirmation of that. All right. But you have to give yourself love to take some time to ignite your passion again. Otherwise, you'll burn out. Okay. So anything more that is going to be really key for you to remember about this? What is it that we get? Making healthier choices in life, and being, focusing on self-love and just being a happier person. And that's about bringing a little bit of balance in here, guys. Some of you need to hear that, and some of you are doing that, and you know where you're at. Okay. This is attraction, dating. This is about focusing in on having fun. I do get Cupid's arrow, love is coming, a surprise invitation or meeting. Okay. You might be a little hesitant at first. Okay. But this is saying is don't sabotage this, work on this. There is an opportunity at hand for you to be able to move forward. All right. So the steps to take are let go of the past, move forward confidently, and manifest what you want. All right. You are moving forward, and focus on financial discipline. And what else do we get? Yeah, it's focusing in on that and improving your health. Okay, improving health, and really focusing in on that. If you come across someone that is just it just wants not a long term but a short term thing. For those of you wanting long term, say no. That is a word. That is a decision and a word that you can use in there. All right. It's, perhaps for some of you, it's not the right time, and you're moving forward. Okay. You're just being asked to listen to your intuition, surrender to your intuition. That is what is, you're not listening to your intuition because this is in the area of the cause of anxiety. Not listening to your intuition. This is a double reminder. Really need to listen to your intuition. Your intuition knows, and it's going to help you within the near future, and it's going to help you bring in the abundance that you need. Okay. And that is what I am getting, my friends. So during this time, it looks like you're moving towards what it is that you want. You're thinking, you're contemplating, you're planning, you're putting things into play, financial plan, listening to the intuition, backing off, getting more creative ideas, and then also letting go of things that aren't working for you. Okay. The self-indulgence. All right. you're going through a lot of self-appreciation and self-work, and and some shadow work here, and you need to focus in on loving you, and this is what's going to build a strong, solid plan to move forward. And these are some of the steps that you need to take to move forward. So I'm going to leave it there, guys. Note your comments, like, and subscribe. If you are looking for a personal read, click the link in the description box below. Until next time, namaste.